Who's in the mood for a delicious, decadent, creamy, sweet treat? Because today on Cooking with Tammy, we are going to be making sweet potato pie. So let's jump on in, introduce these ingredients, and get to cooking. For our ingredients, we have our sweet potatoes on deck along with our sugar. We have light brown sugar, not the dark one, but the light one. We also have granulated sugar, eggs, cinnamon, ground nutmeg, ground ginger, salt, vanilla extract, butter, evaporated milk, and last but not least, pie crust. First thing we need to do is we need to grab these potatoes on up. I need you to get like a little mini brush. Could be a mini baby bottle brush or whatever, something that's clean. And you're going to turn that faucet on, get that brush and get to scrubbing, clean those potatoes off really good. Once we're done, we're going to take a fork and we are going to pierce these potatoes. Why are you piercing the potato? Because we need to let that steam on out of there, because we're going to be baking these bad boys in a second. But for now, we just need to pierce it as many times as you like. We're going to do the same thing to the other one. Hold it really steady. You don't want to end up piercing your hands or your fingers. And once you're done, you're going to get some cooking oil, whether it be olive oil, avocado, canola oil, and you're going to massage a little oil onto the potatoes. Yes, you are. Shine up these potatoes just a bit. Once we're done, we're going to place it on our baking sheet. When it comes to adding the oil on the potatoes, it's really important not to add the oil first. Because imagine adding the oil first and you try to pierce it and it slips out of your hand and you get stuck instead. So it makes more sense to oil it up on after you put those piercings in there. I lined the baking sheet with aluminum foil. And I placed my cooling rack on top to allow even heat distribution. We want our potatoes to cook all the way through and at an even rate. Once we're done, we're going to pop it into our 425-degree Fahrenheit oven. And once your stove is working properly, it should take no longer than 45 to 60 minutes to get the potatoes nice and fork tender. After about 60 minutes, we're going to remove our baking sheet from the oven. We're not going to peel these potatoes just yet, only because they're like piping hot and we need to allow them some time to cool on down. Now, potatoes has definitely cooled on down. I am going to get in there and we are going to get to peeling, all right? We're going to peel the skin off of the potatoes and of course we're going to toss the skin. We're not keeping that. And no worries, our sweet potatoes are not burnt. What you see here is the sap from the sugar in the sweet potatoes. And that's the great thing about roasting and baking potatoes, especially sweet potatoes. You're going to continue to have that natural sweetness, which is beneficial because you don't have to add a lot of additional sugar to your sweet potato pie. We are going to use our handheld masher to get in there and mash it on up really good. In the meanwhile, we are going to get to mixing, blend it up really, really good. Did you see all of those like little threads? Definitely don't want that in your sweet potato pie. You want a nice, smooth, creamy consistency, all right? Once we're done, we're going to place this to the side and it's about that time, guys. It's time for the fun part. We're going to add our butter along with both of our sugars, brown and granulated, our nutmeg, ground cinnamon, ground ginger, salt, our vanilla extract. Definitely need the vanilla extract, our eggs, and our milk. And we're going to get in there once again. We're going to blend everything up really good until it has a nice smooth consistency. Once we're done, we're going to place it to the side and we are going to take our pie crust. Now, this is a flaky pie crust because I like pie crust, but I'm not much of a person who enjoys a thick pie crust. I love to taste whatever it is that I'm eating. I don't want a ton of pie crust, if that makes sense. So I opted for a nice flaky pie crust. However, if you want to make a homemade pie crust, you can. Me personally, I am going to be cooking a lot of different things and I need to go, if that makes sense. Unless you're the designated sweet potato pie person and you have all the time on your hands to make pie crust, then definitely do you. But if you're going to be making a ton of different dishes, you may not have that time to make homemade pie crust. With this particular brand, I don't have to do anything to the casserole dish. I don't have to grease it first. All you got to do is take the pie crust, place it on in there, set it up really good, and we're done. We are going to take our delicious sweet potato pie mixture and we are going to add it to our casserole dish. I'm using a deep casserole dish. However, if you don't have a deep casserole dish, no need to panic and run to the store. All you're going to need is 2 shallow pie pans with 2 additional crust. And instead of baking it for about 45 minutes, you're going to be baking your sweet potato pie for about 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to take the back of our spatula. We're going to smooth it on out. And we are going to place it into our 350-degree Fahrenheit oven. And we are going to bake our sweet potato pie for about 45 minutes or until the center is cooked all the way through. While baking the pie, if you realize that the pie crust is darkening a little bit too soon and the pie filling is still uncooked, grab some aluminum foil, cover it on over, loosely that is. Don't cover it down tightly. Just place the foil paper on top and that would prevent the pie crust from overcooking while still allowing the pie filling to cook through thoroughly. This is our beautiful sweet potato pie. Now here's the thing, to cool it down even faster, place it into the refrigerator for about 4 to 5 hours, allow it to cool, which would allow it to set. And once you cut into it, this is what you're going to have. Absolutely beautiful. Hit it off with some whipped cream, serve it on up, and take a bow because your sweet potato pie is going to be the best thing ever. As always, I'm your girl cooking with Tammy, and I will definitely catch you guys in another video. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.